Hi guys, this is part 3 in this video series. I wanted to also explain where this would fit in with either a boot camp or with your instruction during the school year. So the idea behind this is you would during the regular school year, I would recommend reading aloud the passage to all of your kids first and analyzing the passage very deeply using, this is something that I teach in my workshops called a foursquare. It has all the elements of fiction, and I have one for nonfiction, I have one for poetry. So this is the teacher answer key. You could also put in a simpler version that's more appropriately aligned with your kids, but this is the teacher answer key that I just stuck in here to show teachers, since this is for a workshop for teachers. With your students, either they could put in their own foursquare in the folder, or they could just have theirs out, the one that they did. But basically, this is analyzing the character traits, the setting, conflict resolution, theme, point of view, and the main events of the story, author's purpose, genre, and all that good stuff. So once you've analyzed it and you've read it to them, the next step is to dissect the prompt. So I would give the kids a copy of this prompt. This one is from my English 1. This is from English 1, one of the resources that I have in the VIP bundle, Emery's Gift. It's a fiction story. It was a previously released Star Passage. So the prompt, explain how the author develops the theme through Charlie's actions. So they would highlight the keywords. They would write a symbol or simpler word above some of the big words. And that's how they would dissect the prompt. They might also rephrase it into simpler questions. What is the theme? How does the author develop the theme? How does Charlie's actions match the theme? So breaking that into simpler questions is going to help them understand the question better. And then once they've dissected the prompt and you've read the passage to them, this would be the next step where they would put together the pieces of the ECR exemplar example and write pieces of it on sticky notes. After you've done the puzzle activity, the next step might be to give them a planner. For example, the planner might look like this, but black and white. Or it might look like this. They might be, if it's closer to star, they might be practicing drawing the planner on a piece of lined notebook paper. But if it's more towards the beginning of the year, you might be giving them the planner and they might be filling it in. So now you're going to give them the same exact prompt that they just did the puzzle with. Explain how the author develops the theme through Charlie's actions. And they are going to fill this out with their thesis. What is the answer to the question? And what you can do to break this down is you could chunk it. You could check just the restate and answer. Make sure they've been able to do that correctly before they move on to the other parts. And you could chunk it and check each part of the process with each kid before they move on. If it's closer to star, they could just fill out the whole planner and then you could conference with them. And I love to use sticky notes to get them to revise their planner. So I conference with them on the planner to make sure that they have answered the question correctly, they have relevant text evidence, they've explained clearly and thoroughly, they have really good word choice and sentence structure. Once they can do that, they're going to go ahead and type it on the computer. And that's when I will conference with them again on editing on the computer. So I do not this on the planner. I mostly am going to conference on revising. Once they get to the computer, I'm going to conference on editing. Okay. So I hope that explains how these puzzles fit into the whole ECR writing process. And I hope you love it. Let me know in the comments. Thanks. Bye.